Good morning. So yesterday was my first street market for my brand 1127, and it did not go the way I planned. I had not super high hopes. I think I planned on making $700. And that was really close to a break even. I knew that there was going to be some investment involved, but that would have been close to a break even for what I had planned or what I had spent. So, and that's paying for the registration to become part of this Clearview Productions, which is the ones that put on all of the street fairs. So the registration, the application for this fair, the insurance, the rentals, which is I did a tent, I did 3 chairs because I thought there would be 3 of us. There only ended up being 2, a table, and that's it. And that includes setup and everything. So that would have been about break even, and that's not including what I paid Amber to be there with me, obviously in my own time. And then also all of the things that I had to buy to have at the event. So it was a big investment. I knew it was not big, but it was a decent investment. I knew it was going to be an investment, and I didn't expect to make everything back, but I was hoping to kind of break even on just like the rental and like getting there. And that did not happen, unfortunately. We ended up making $186. 7 sales, and obviously not what I would have hoped for. And you know, I think I understand. I watched a lot of videos about people who say like, oh, I'm never doing these markets again, and you know, I've seen videos of people say they haven't made an entire sale for the whole day. And I can't imagine how disappointing that must be, because it was very disappointing. I mean, partway through, I looked at Amber because we hadn't made a sale yet, and I was like, I'm feeling really discouraged, and she's like, me too. And so I think it can be really difficult. It's like you kind of feel like you're just sitting here not knowing what to do, not, you know, I've never been one of those personalities to like jump out and like go out and talk to people and try to bring them in. I'm not that kind of a person. I wish I was. And neither is Amber. Like, we're both very talkative people. Like, if somebody shows interest, I can go for it, but I need that initial interest before I can actually even try to have a conversation with somebody about whatever. I'm not the one who's going to like pull people in. I need them to come to me, and then I'll take it from there. So anyway, I can totally understand how these things can feel so disappointing when you don't succeed the way that you would hope. And I'm not someone who like I don't let myself get down, to be honest. Even though there was some disappointing things in what happened yesterday, I just can't really like stay in the negative. So honestly, when I really think about it, it was such a big learning lesson. It was actually what I needed, because one of the things that's really difficult being an e-commerce brand is if you're not selling, you don't know why. And you can't figure out, is it my designs? Is it a price point? Is it people just aren't interested in what I'm doing? Is, you know, like, what is it that isn't working? And it's really hard to tell. And sometimes, you know, I'm the only designer, so there's times when I'm like designing things and I'm like, is this terrible? Like, I have no idea, because it's just me. There's nobody to bounce it off of, you know? I'm not designing with anyone. No one else is nearly as invested as I am. So it can be really difficult. And so I think yesterday was really good to see what people were drawn to, what they liked, what they didn't. And I think honestly with these markets, you know, it's kind of like social media. Everybody's trying to get your attention. Like, it's literally just rows and rows of tents of people who want your attention. And so I think I needed to see what people liked and what they didn't. That was one of the best learning experiences for me. And it's actually making me change some of the things in the upcoming collection. And so I'm already planning my next market. I'm trying to figure out when I can financially afford to do it because obviously, again, I know it's going to be another investment and I'm hoping that it'll be better next time, but there's no promises. So I have to see how it goes. But, you know, I'm not someone who runs from failure. Like, I'll try and try until I make it right. And so now it's me figuring out how to make it right. And I think that's like such a big lesson for a lot of people to learn. Like, if you just sit in the disappointment, you can't really like see through the fog, you know? And so it really is just like a reflective day for me. And trying to take all of the things that I learned yesterday and apply them to everything that I have going on moving forward. So I have a photo shoot for my upcoming collections on Wednesday. And I'm now really focused on how do I make this the most interesting, the most standout version of these items that I'm capable of, you know, because I can only do so much. So I think it's actually changing a lot of the way I'm going to view this upcoming collection. And, you know, I knew something was pulling me to do this market, and I think I needed to do it before this photo shoot because I think there were changes I needed to make with some of these designs that I couldn't have possibly made if I hadn't done this market. So I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I think yesterday happened for a reason, and granted, it has thrown my budget into a spiral. I am spiraling out of control financially right now. Oh my goodness. But I would do it again. So with that, what I'll say is I hope that if nothing else, this video urges you to think about the things that maybe you've been avoiding because they're disappointing or upsetting, or you just don't feel like dealing with it right now. Allow them to take up a little space in your mind to reflect on them and think about how to make it better. You know, try not to allow your emotional state to get so involved that you can't figure out how can you be better in the moment, because you can always get better. And everything happens for a reason, and if you don't know what the reason is yet, then that means you just haven't fully understood the lesson yet. So I hope that you're having a great Monday. I'm feeling very reflective but very hopeful and super excited for my upcoming photo shoot. I have tons to get done, but I'm getting started as soon as I end this video. So I'll see you in the next one.